Excellent. Thank you so much, Erin. Hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer Eberly, and I'm a manager in the Applied Science Co-op program. I really look forward to speaking to you today about the Applied Science Co-op program, namely what it is, how it works, and the benefits of participating in the co-op program. By joining the co-op program, you can start building your engineering career while you're still a student. I have worked in the co-op program for the past 9 years, and many of my students have told me that participating in the co-op program was the best part of their university experience. Okay, so a little bit about, what is co-op exactly? Well, co-op is short for cooperative education. And cooperative education is a structured co-curricular program that combines traditional in-the-classroom-based learning with practical hands-on work experience gained in industry. And in this case, both UBC, the school, and our employer partners work together to create career-ready graduates. So our partners are definitely alongside your professors in helping prepare you for graduation and a future career. And at UBC, cooperative education is an optional program that students can choose to pursue while completing their degree. And students are required to apply for admission to the co-op program. So you may be wondering, why do I want to join the co-op program? Well, one of the top things that employers are looking for when they're looking to hire new engineers is work experience. Unfortunately, having a degree is just not good enough anymore. Employers want to see experience. So joining the co-op program allows you to gain that valuable technical engineering-related work experience to not only apply what you're learning in the classroom to real-world problems, but also to bring what you've learned in industry back into the classroom and help inform the future direction of your studies. It also allows you to make valuable industry connections through networking and working alongside other engineers and other industry professionals. Working as part of the co-op program, if you're interested in one day becoming a professional engineer, in order to become a professional engineer, you have to graduate with an engineering degree, but then you also have to acquire 4 years of engineering work experience working directly under a professional engineer. While being part of the co-op program, you can actually work towards that 4 years of engineering experience requirement, and up to 1 year of your pre-graduation or co-op experience can be used towards that 4 years of professional experience required for the professional designation. As all of our co-op students, they are scheduled to complete 4 co-op work terms throughout the duration of their career, or throughout their time in the program. So as you can imagine, this gives you the opportunity to try a variety of different positions, different industries, as well as different work environments in order to get a better sense of what you like and what you don't like. You are also, have the opportunity to work not only in BC, but around the world or even and across the country. Although we are physically located here in BC and you're studying in BC, you can actually pursue a co-op work term anywhere you would like. And by participating in the co-op program, you also have the opportunity to learn and get a glimpse of how the hiring process works, from both job search to application and interview, to help you with your postgraduate job search. And ultimately, participating in the co-op program helps you, the student, learn more about yourself and gain confidence in the future overall direction of your career path. And you get to do all of this with your own personal dedicated co-op career advisor, who's there to support you throughout your job search process, and who also brings with them their own individual knowledge and specialized knowledge about your engineering discipline and its industry. Okay, so how does co-op work? Well, it works in the sense that students in the co-op program essentially alternate between academic terms that take place in the classroom with work terms that take place into the workplace. The first work term would take place in the summer following the second year of engineering study. And then the last work term must be completed before the student completes their final year of academic studies. As part of the co-op program, you do have to end your overall degree program on a study term or academic term. It's important to know that all engineering disciplines that are offered at UBC and at both campuses can participate in the co-op program. Participating in the co-op program also does add 1 year to your overall Bachelor's of Applied Science degree program. But in addition to graduating with a degree, you're also graduating with 16 to 20 months of relevant professional work experience, which is definitely going to give you a leg up in your post-grad job search. It's important to remember that co-op is basically, I should mention, first, that students apply to the co-op program in either second or their third year of study. So you have two opportunities to join the co-op program. We are looking for students that have at least a cumulative average of 65%. And that have really strong oral and communication skills, our gathering experience, whether it be through engineering student teams on campus, part-time jobs in the community, or just through their academic projects that they're completing through school. And we want to see students that are career motivated and are willing to try a variety of positions, maybe get outside of their comfort zone and potentially relocate to other parts of the country in order to secure work. It's important to remember that the co-op program mimics the real-world job search process. So we're not a placement program. We don't give jobs to students. Students are required to apply and compete for co-op opportunities much like they would in the real world. And ultimately, at the end of the day, it's the employers who decide which students they choose to hire. And it's ultimately the students' responsibility for securing their own jobs, but they do have the extensive support of their own co-op career advisor, as well as the entire co-op program. The job search for each particular term starts approximately 4 to 6 months in advance of the start of that scheduled work term. So for example, if a student is looking for a work term starting in May, they'd be starting that job search sometime in December and January. So when you're already doing your classes at the same time. And then students that successfully complete 4 co-op work terms over the duration of their degree will graduate with the co-op designation on their degree transcript and parchment, which shows to prospective employers that you not only graduated with a degree, but you come with professional work experience. So why do you want to choose to participate in the UBC Applied Science Co-op program? Well, the co-op program here at UBC is the largest co-op program in Western Canada. And we've been in existence since 1980, so over 40 years. This current year, 2023, our students are completing or actively completing at this moment in time 3,021 co-op 4-month co-op work terms. The overall placement rate of our students for this current year, January to December, is 84%. And just last month, we introduced and admitted 995 students into the co-op program. There are fees associated with participating in the co-op program. So just like in your regular courses, you have to pay tuition fees to take those courses. There are fees associated with participating in the co-op program. There are 2 main fees that we have. And the first fee is the workshop and administration fee. And the second fee is the co-op program fee. So the workshop and administration fee is a one-time fee that you pay upon admission into the co-op program. And this fee covers the costs of the pre-employment training workshops that you're required to attend in order to successfully prepare for your first co-op job search. And the co-op program fee or co-op tuition fee is the fee you're required to pay for each 4-month co-op work term you secure. So if you don't secure a work term, you don't pay a fee. So you only pay a fee if you are successful in securing a work term, which is great because that you'll have a job that can help pay for that program fee. As you are considered to be a full-time student while on a co-op work terms, co-op students are also required to pay their regular UBC student fees, such as your athletics and rec, health and dental, student union fees, etc., in addition to the co-op program fee. As well, it's important to remember that as co-op students keep their full-time student status while on a co-op work term, this allows you to remain eligible for UBC scholarships and awards, as well as student loan funding. And so fortunately, all co-op work terms are required to be paid work terms. So although there are fees associated with participating in the co-op program, there's still an extremely positive return on your investment. Although your total co-op fees are close to $5,000 if we add in all of those student fees, you still come away with making approximately $50,000 over your time in the co-op program, which you can imagine goes a long way to helping you pay for your degree, all while setting you up for success, a successful transition to full-time employment upon graduation. We have strong relationships with thousands of employers across BC, Canada, as well as around the world. A few of our top employers are highlighted on this slide, but these are just really a very small snapshot of the total number of employers that we work with. And you may be wondering, why, do employers choose to work with the UBC Applied Science Co-op program? And they choose to work with us because they know they have access to this pre-selected, pre-screened group of students who are highly adaptable, high achieving, and extremely skilled students who are going to bring energy and enthusiasm as well as innovative ideas into their workplace. It also gives these employers the opportunity to mentor and train the next generation of professional engineers, as well as gives them the opportunity to screen and identify potential full-time new hires. So a lot of our students who complete the program end up returning to a previous co-op employer for their post-grad job. So you also may be wondering where your co-op program fee goes towards once you pay that, once you've secured your co-op work term. Well, as part of the co-op program, students get access to many different resources and services that non-co-op students do not have access to. So one thing that we already talked about was the workshops. So finding a co-op work term or your first job after graduation is quite time consuming and can be quite daunting. So you need some training in order to be prepared, in order to be successful in that job search. So once you're admitted into the co-op program, you are required to attend our pre-employment training workshops, which will help you develop a very strong application package. Mainly your resume and your cover letter will provide you tips on how to ace the interview, as well as learn modern job search strategies. After the workshops, you're going to be assigned your own designated co-op career advisor who's going to be acting as your job search coach, and who will also be there to support you throughout your time in your co-op work term, and will touch base with you throughout your time at the co-op in the placement in the workplace. Additionally, you'll have access to our exclusive job board that we call PD Portal, where hundreds of co-op employers post jobs, specifically with the goal of hiring UBC engineering co-op students. Although the job board is a great resource for students to access, we do encourage students to diversify their job search through networking and finding jobs through their own means, such as your own personal network. And last but not least, you'll have access to a huge host of career toolkits that we have to help support our students. For example, we have a toolkit on how to ace technical interviews. All right, so just going to wrap up with a quick snapshot of some student experiences. So for example, Tanya just completed her manufacturing engineering degree this past spring. During her time in the co-op program, she completed 20 months of experience. She did 4 months working as an academic assistant at UBC, followed by another 4-month term as a supply chain intern at Labatt Breweries. And then she did an 8-month work term as a co-op student at McKinsey & Company and completed her time in the co-op program with Microsoft working as a specialist intern. And Tanya has now graduated and has secured a full-time role as a technical product manager at Bell. And another experience we have here is Ingawari, who also graduated this past spring with her integrated engineering degree, completed 16 months of work experience across 3 different employers, working with IBM, TransLink, and Kinross. And now she's working full-time as a performance analytics associate consultant with MasterCard. To learn more about the co-op program, I would strongly encourage you to check out our website, coop.appsci.ubc.ca, or a better place to check out would be our Instagram account, where we highlight student stories of experiences of our students out in the workplace to see what types of experiences they are having. And additionally, I saw the moderator for the next session is Joseph, and Joseph was a former co-op student of mine. So ask any co-op questions to Joseph as well about his experience in the co-op program. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Jennifer. I do have one question that came in the Q&A that I'm wondering if maybe you can address that wasn't kind of explicitly touched on today, but there's one question about why UBC has back-to-back work terms as part of the default sequencing. So maybe you could just mention a little bit about like what that work schedule sort of looks like for students or why they may have back-to-back work terms.
Yeah, so part of those sequences, those co-op sequences are actually developed in consultation with our faculties and our departments. And depending on the progression in the order in which courses are needed to be completed, typically that will dictate when students can do their co-op work terms. So with saying that though, those co-op work terms are quite flexible. And so if you are in the program and you're wanting to deviate from those schedules, I would definitely recommend speaking to your co-op career advisor, because it's quite possible that you could alter your sequence to something different than what is posted. As long as we just keep in mind the sequence of courses that are available for your program.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being here today, Jennifer.